Hello. Today I am doing oil pastel painting. Make sure I get y'all the best angle there. It's pretty good angle still. Like a good, it says like a good balance. Yeah, good. Oh, I can just, I'm so silly. I can just move the camera a little bit there. There we go. It looks straighter for you guys. Okay. So, and if you were here yesterday, I am doing my wall because over the weekend I was watching 80s and 1990, like the first year of 1990 movies. And if you think about that time period in movies, I mean, who could forget Molly Ringwald? Plus, she was in that show, I think, Secrets of a Teenage something, where the girl gets knocked up or something. It was like a TV show on Freeform, I they call it now. I think it was ABC Family back then. So I've always liked Molly Ringwald. So if we're gonna do the 80s, she's like the epitome of 80s. Like I mean, there's a lot to choose from, but if you were to ask me, I would say Molly Ringwald. Now, what I like to do when I get ready to paint or whatever is I like to get multiple copies of the picture. I don't know if you can tell. Let me see. I'll put it right here. You can see that. So I like to get multiple copies of the picture. Like I like to get black and white. I like to get some other kind of color. It just gives me different variations of all the possible shades. Even that kind of shows me where the face was. You just never know what picture may, show you something you didn't see in the original. Because if you look at this, there's not a lot of contrast in this picture. So I needed to amp it up a little bit because, yes, I never, technically, I don't think I ever used a picture as is because usually, and that's a tip too, like if you can't get the drawing, you probably just need to change the picture, the contrast and shade because if you get enough mapping, you can use those, like you can use these shadings to get likeness. Now, if you're just using this, I mean, it has some contrast right here, but when you get me up in here, it's not that much variation. That's when, that's when, in my opinion, I mean, obviously some people can eyeball it, but if that's not you, then you can use a proportional divider and it'll help you track the proportions. But you still should go though and get you a good picture because I think that adds to the artistic value. You creating your own because you're changing the picture, so you're kind of making it your own. And so, like I said, so I like to use oil pastels. I like to use different mediums in between commissions. Like I have a couple things I need to work. I need to get on, but I like to take some time in between to have fun and remind myself that I love doing creating. Right? You want to make sure you're taking time to remember why you're doing it in the first place. Right? Sometimes you just get into the business side or the promoting side or whatever, and you forget you love it. So you want to make sure you're doing stuff to show that love. I'm doing a couple more tweaks here. But I guess that. Okay. Also, so what I'm using, let me see if I can show you without spilling stuff. Can you see it? So I have like I have two of these, but one's only half full though. So I have Singular Portrait. I have the Singular Still Life, I have the senior layer, like the 12 pack, because the first one I got was senior layer um, portrait, but I did see the green, and I do like using green, especially if you're doing people with a little more melanin in their skin. They tend to have green undertones. Fairer people tend that they can have blue and green. So they did have the blues, they had the pink, they had the brown, but they didn't have the green. So at that point, I got the 12, this introductory set. And then I also got the still life. So I guess, and then I'm using the 24 set of the Mungayo, I hope I'm saying that right, well, pastels, the gallery kind. I did have the 72 pack, but I didn't like the Mungayo actually, that pack. I didn't see any difference. I also tried the Paul Rubens, but I just thought they were too creamy, if that makes sense. When I first got competent enough in drawing, I switched to painting, and I tried pastels, oil pastels, because I remember trying them as a kid and liking them, but I didn't try a good brand. I tried the cheap version of Mangayo, and they were horrible. I didn't like it. Never used them again. So that's something to keep in mind when you're starting out. Just because you're new doesn't mean you should get crappy materials. Get something halfway decent, because if they're crappy, it may turn you off, and it could be something you enjoy doing. But anyway, so I was in Jerry Autorama one day, and someone told me to try them out, because they have like the open packs and the notebook where you can test them, and them things were smooth as butter, baby. So I was like, oh, definitely gonna try these. So that's when I ordered the portrait pack, and then got the 12 pack, and then I liked them. So I got me the still life as well, because it's still, and I did double check to see, because there was still life, there was landscape, and it may have been seascape. I could be wrong, but it may have been seascape as well. But I did like a comparison to see what colors I currently had, in order to make sure I wasn't over duplicating. I mean, I did get a couple, but I didn't mind those, like ochre, brown sienna, stuff like that, because those are colors I would typically use. So, but yeah, like I said, so I'm taking a little fun break, arting break. So this is fun. And maybe a masterpiece. I always go in assuming it's going to be a masterpiece, but we're just here to have fun. I'm going to experiment with some colors. And I like using oil pastels because, well, it's funner. To me, it's less cleanup. You don't have to squeeze them on out the tube or anything. And they're easier to blend and things like that. So I think it's a little more freeing. Also, it's a little more forgiving than, say, oil pastels, because oil pastels, sometimes you got to wait for them to dry. Now, if you're using the R and F sticks or like paint sticks, they typically do dry in 24 hours. But if you're using the tubes, it could take a day or two if you're not. And I don't like using the chemicals because they stink. But these, they don't dry. So you can come back and add different layers. Also, light, you can do light over dark, dark over light, like that. That's something I like about soft pastels. But I do think oil pastels adhere to the paper a little better than so we're gonna start with the lips there. And also, let me see. I had to order some more blending stuff because I misplaced mine, but but yeah, approach is something you can do to get a little more control when you get in tight spaces. Use the blending stuff. Especially when you're getting around the eyes, a little around this. Although that's not, we can just go in a little. You want in the beginning though. You want to try not to press too hard initially, right? Because if you press too hard, it may stop the paper from giving you more give to add more color. So you want to go in light with a light touch initially. So yeah, for oil pastel painting here. Okay. Now something I probably should do that I don't do is I probably should test the color out before I use it, but I'm just here to have fun. So we'll play it by ear. We can always go over it, right? Okay, let's get this started. So yeah, I kind of like Molly Ringwald. She had really cute movies back in the day. I just had got in this 80s mood, so why not watch it, right? Let me see. I think I want to get something with a little more orange tinge to it here for the first part. Ooh, this probably be good for the this is the Magayo. Let's see. Sometimes though, when I get concentrated, I forget that I'm on live here. But that is one thing you may want to. You gotta check to make sure they're clean. I just take a some piece of paper. Also, like I just take a piece of paper. You need a wool. You know what I'm saying? You can see my little. You may see some movement in the background. That is my pups. So that's they're papillons in case you're wondering. Yeah, I like oil pastel. I don't know, it's just fun and it makes you feel like a kid again. Sometimes you can get that more painterly effect, like the masters. I love this color. Let me see if it says what it is. And this is an oil painting too. This is violet ochre. I love these purples. I love putting purple on my paint. Even if I mean, because who doesn't like purple? Although I think I want a darker purple. Oh, we go. I'm gonna add some. So yeah, like I said, I had to order some new blending stumps because I don't know. There was a like I'm all the way. I don't know about you if you have like a studio or area that you hang out in a lot. I'm always like trying to reorganize and make it look organized, and then I get something out. It's like our big room. So anyway, I don't know what I did with it when I was organizing. So yeah, I'm just taking a tip of this. I'm not going too hard right now. I probably could show you. I'm just going like that. Yeah, guys. You see that? Is that close enough? Let me see. I'll get a little closer for you guys. I did order a better tripod. Yeah, I think that's closer, a little closer. So I probably had to get it a little better. Well, I am working on the face right now, so I just want you to be able to kind of see what I'm doing. Okay. Yeah, I think it's kind of okay. So anyway, like I was saying, so this is purple. So just doing the edges, and then I could come back and then just so that'll give me a little more to work with. But I think I'm gonna add some blue. So let me get into the senior layer here. Now the senior layer does come with a little point to start, which is coming here. Whereas the Magayo, they come circular. When I tried the Paul Rubens, they also came circular. I think most of them come circular. But these, let me show you, like one I haven't used as much. Like this one, see, well that's used too. But I mean, it has a better point than this one. Like this, see. What are you guys looking at? I am looking at um, Shira, believe it or not. We'll go up here in the shadows. I forgot what a tool Glimmer became once she became a queen. Now, a lot of times when I do my paintings, I do tend to save this part for last, but then I don't want it finished. So trying to do parts I may not necessarily want to do initially. Let's see, this is like it'll be good for some red hair. Mm-mm. me see. Okay, yeah, they do have the color. So I'm using salmon. I'm gonna try to remember to tell you the colors. Then when I was starting out, it's like, oh, what color are they using? What color are they using? So that's a color I'm using. I'm gonna use some olive green. What's this called? Yeah, olive brown. I love me olive green as well. I think I'm gonna do the lips some more because you want to be careful you don't lose the image. Let me see. Let's try um, Bordeaux. I think this one. Oh, isn't that beautiful when you wear this color yourself? Mm-hmm. Oh, this is Rossiana, but it's not really giving me the. Mm. Maybe I'll try this year's russet linguine. I'm just trying to build up some content. Let me get the stump here. Because for me, I find the nose can make or break it. So you want to make sure we're not like the stump. Make sure we're not losing that beautiful nose. So we're gonna take some pink salmon, if you will. Good. And like I said, I like exploring colors, so I'm gonna see how Molly rolls. When I think of the '80s, like, and it may be because of her movie Pretty in Pink, but I always think of Pretty in Pink. Next, I'm going to use okra, but this is Nagaya okra, so it doesn't look like your typical. Well, it doesn't say it's yellow okra though. In hindsight. So. Oh, so the paper I'm using is Spinulaire pastel paper, the 9 by 12, I think. Mm, make sure I'm cleaning my. Mm. We just greatness, turning darkness to light. Who holds beside you, ready to fight? You must be strong, you must be brave, you must be brave. This is terracotta. You must be strong. So I'm just like, I don't know if you ever heard of the law of three, where you're supposed to put different color and some more. This is just brown. Mhm. When I first did an oil painting, oil pastel painting, I used the Strathmore pastel paper. It was all right, but you don't know until you know. So I was like, oh, let me try this. So we'll see how this goes. Get a dark color going on. And this is ultramarine. I'm gonna add some purple to this as well. Okay, and this is black, I think. I think this is black. We about to find out. Well, my little bits, they done found a straw they're chewing on. But I'll let them chew on that. They shouldn't hurt them too much.
A little yellow, mellow yellow.
Making sure I'm cleaning my pastels from last time. Oh, I want it green. This is green. Mhm. Let's get a little lightness. Mm, Strip it out a little bit. Interesting. I'm gonna put some white down so I can put so the color that I'll put over it will um blend. Okay, it's time to clean it. Yeah, maybe. Uh, mm, mm, hello. No, kind of weird. Okay. Yes. Dark brown. Okay. This is sepia. I'm gonna use. Mm, I'm gonna go with. I'm supposed to be like. Oh, Anyway, I don't remember my boy, but my own YouTube. Oh, let's see what happened. I'm on two. Restreams that. Yeah, I'm using Restream, guys. Yeah, baby. I will say that past for me, this is a fairly new medium though. But obviously, I'm a little faster with oil paint. But like I said, sometimes you want to try something different. I do find that when I try something different and come back to the medium I'm more well versed in, I learned something from it. So it's good to branch out a little bit. Sure. Put a little more red tint around here. And this is Squalid. Frankly, Squalid. Mm. Mm. This is rusty now. Good on with that. Olive. What is this again? Olive brown, baby. That clean these things off. You don't end up with colors you don't necessarily want on that. Yeah, it gets dirty.
Yo necesito más. A little bit in here. So I kind of miss where it's going to go. You notice that the singular white is a little more patient than the Magayo white, but I still like to start out with the Magayo first because why go full on, too soon. Oh, why?
We're just kind of curious what this color combination would create. Remember, when doing this, explore. Have a little fun. You know, a lot of people, they get caught up and they think everything has to be a bloody masterpiece, and then they start identifying with like negative things. Hey, have fun with it. Remember why you got into it. I'm gonna add some white into it just to give it more of a splotchy look. Hey, chicken, rub it out. Oh, I see him. Okay. To pull the tape off this white or push it up a little bit. Let's see what push up. Good. Ooh, it's kind of squishy, but because this is, it looks like luminous yellow. What? Actually, I'm going to use the purple ochre. It's violet ochre, actually, for this part right here. Really kind of amazing how you can blend certain colors together and get certain shades you didn't even think you would get.
Mm. I'm gonna add a little yellow, mellow yellow. That ain't dark enough. I just need to go. Sometimes I try not to go straight black, but I need straight black. Greatness in the darkest light. Dang, y'all done demolished that straw. Dang it. I'm gonna add some more yellow. Sometimes I try to lighten things up with yellow, but sometimes you still need a dose of white, a little bit of white. Yes. I'm not sure if I like this paper quite yet. I think when I sketched though yesterday, I put some marks in it. So in hindsight, if you want to do like fur or something, you'd be able to do it by creating cuts into the, especially if you want to do like white. That wasn't intentional, but I mean, good to know for people. You can shoot stars. So yeah, I would say like instead of drawing on this kind of paper, you'd probably be better off just tracing it. Yeah. There's certain papers like also when it that's for me anyway. I'm just like for me. I do notice that like the paper that you use for self pastels, you should. I would trace it because them things eat your pencils up if it's like the sandpaper kind. You got time to see it. What you doing? Come here, Robin. Come here. Come here. Come here. Come here. Come here. Just come here. Come here. Come here. Good boy, God, man. I knew somebody would come here. What you doing? Son? Hold on. Come up here with me. Here. A little softer than I'm going for, and that was, I believe that is, can't say.
Oh, Naples yellow. Maybe that'll give me one. like I said, I'm looking at Shira. I don't know if you ever seen it, but I like the some of the characters. Yeah, I don't know if I care for the paper that much. It could just be my sloppiness. Will I get done? I don't know. Let's see how much I get done. I don't know if I'll come back to finish this thing. I'm about to start animation. I'm kind of, my heart's going towards that way. So I'm gonna be coming back with some lives for animation. Maybe the end of the week, maybe. Okay, I'm gonna add some olive green. Just next to you, you got beside you, ready to fight. Let's be sure. Okay, well, another bonus to oil pastels is you can use them with oil paint. I know sometimes when I have to um, edit or fix the proportions, maybe I got paint on, I'll use oil pastels on my canvas, draw it, sketch it back out. Oh, I'm almost done from that. Yeah, I don't think I'm gonna come back and finish this. I'm not liking the paper. I forgot how messy this thing was. Yeah, I think this picture probably was a little ambitious for like 2 hours in with this meeting. Why people think using a weapon for peace is a good idea? I don't get that. What you try? I'm trying to lick my pastel for the phone. Oh, it's so sweet. So dominant.
The thing about live is you don't get to choose. I mean, like, it either works or it doesn't. I guess there's a freedom in that, right? The next time I come back, I'll be working on oils. Yeah. Right, I'm finishing up here because I'm over this picture, to be quite honest. Yeah. What do you think? Should I finish it? We'll see. Okay. The eyebrows, so you don't do the eyes, you do the swirl, 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 swirl. Gonna be a little eye there, cause is it even a painting if you got no eyeballs? I don't know.
Okay, I'm over you, girl. No offense to you. I just think just the medium, I guess, isn't as great as hey. Let's see here. This is okra. Yeah, I would say I still prefer oil paint to oil pastel. Or I think it's just paper though, more than anything. I did find it worked a little better on oil pastel paper than it does on on oil paint paper than it does on this. Sometimes you buy stuff that's supposed to be for it and it don't even be for it. It'd be great. All right. All right, I am signing out, but I will be back later in the week with a medium and better it. Have a good night.